Hey guys, what's going on? There's Floss. Hi, Floss. Hi, Margaret. 10 days of family visiting. That sounds like fun. You're going to have some direction. Hi, honey. How you doing? I haven't even had time to read. You sent me a confirmation on that reservation. So, is it 33? Is that the one we got? Got a little glare here going on. That around. Bright and sunny today. Can you guys hear me okay? All right, that sounds great. It looked like a good site, and we'll have in and out. Um, we can just back into each other, put the canopy in between us. That sounds like a plan. I've got 2 canopies. Do you bring a canopy or not? It's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm excited because I really kind of wanted to go, and then I was looking into it, and then I was going to do that meetup down at Texas. You have a tent and a canopy. Well, I usually just put up. Well, I got me another canopy. I wanted a different. The blue one that I have that I use is actually Kirby's, and it's an 8x8, and that's the size I like. It's easy for me to handle. It covers my door just the way I want it to, and everything like that. And so they had them on sale, and so I ordered another one, but it was a white with a white top on it. And if you watch my videos, you've seen it. And when I unpacked it, I had not even opened it up before I went to my last meetup at Alley Spring. I forgot. Oh, that's when I had all that stuff going on with my e-trike didn't show up, and all my deliveries were getting messed up, getting frauded, getting scammed. All that was going on. So I didn't even open up that one. I didn't want to. I didn't want to hex it. So Kirby had opened it up. I said, just make sure it's white, and get down there, set it up. Ended up being a 6x6 instead of an 8x8. I swear. Anyway, you had the basement flood on. Oh no, and you were gone. Oh no. Oh, Floss, I'm so sorry. Nothing is more terrible. Well, there's a lot of things more terrible, but hey, Dale. Hey, honey, how you doing? Well, I'm hoping that it got dried out and you didn't get any mold. I used to have that problem in my last home that I owned, and ended up putting 2 sump pumps in it. Had to have somebody come in and dig out around the walls and all that good stuff. Red Cross came around and gave people a bucket full of supplies to clean up. Huh. But no volunteers for them to do the cleanup for you. That would have been real nice. That's a lot of work. We had 4th of July. We also had storms here, Floss. And I took pictures and I put them on, I think, my Facebook group, Campfiregirls. And it was crazy. It was crazy. It was really weird too. Kirby had ridden his motorcycle over here, and we were just discussing what we were going to do, if we were going to go watch the fireworks show, and all that stuff. And it looked like it was going to start storming, so he was going to ride home before the rain, so it just started sprinkling. And so he went home, and I mean, right, he barely made it home. He's just like 6 miles from me, and just over the hill. And I mean, that wind picked up. I mean, and it picked up. I was scared. That was the first time I had been scared from thinking I'm in a tornado. And it was probably a microburst, but I got in the hall. I was, and it was really weird because we had our phones didn't go out, and our internet did not go out. But the whole town of Lin, which is 12 miles to the south of me, out of power for like 2 days. Bonnet's Mill, where the fireworks were good, there was people on the river, on the Osage River, in boats, going to watch these fireworks and everything, and it just came up that quick. And Kirby's middle son Brian was there, and he was helping get the kids off these boats. I mean, it was just all of a sudden, it was scary. It was really scary. But we just got that cleaned up, and I did a video this morning of it. So there's a new video coming out of that cleanup, that mess. But I think I've been okay in the hallway, because I got a long hallway. I don't know where else I would go, and there is an old cellar in this this old shed in the back. But first time I ever came here, there was a snake by it, so I don't think I'll go in the cellar. Hi, Reagan. How you doing, Ree? Yeah, live chat's pretty cool. How's everybody doing? Oh, thank you. I tell you what, I'm moving back in it. That's what I've been doing this week. Besides cleaning up the 4th of July storm, it's moving back into Van Halen. So I'm on this video. You're going to get a sneak peek. Good. I'm glad you're doing good. We were just talking about the 4th of July, and our Floss got her basement flooded, and I had trees down, and it was a mess. It was just a mess here at 4th of July. And we didn't, of course, there wasn't any fireworks. Well, today, finally, yeah, it's been hot here. Anybody see my pictures I posted? I bought me a little pool, and I did a video of that this morning too. I finally got my patio cleaned up, my yard cleaned up, and I've got my utility room almost cleaned up, getting everything back into Van Halen. There's going to be a bunch of stuff that I'm going to bring. Yeah. There's a story I want to tell you about the swimming pool. Let me not lose my train of thought here. Um, there's a box of stuff that I'm bringing to Ellie's spring meetup that's going to be on a free table, and it's going to be van stuff. It's going to be, well, I mean, stuff for your van. You called a friend. She had an empty cage, and we took Frankie over for a couple days till the cleaning was done. Well, that was cool. That was cool. Did you get any help doing that, Floss? Do you have a finished basement, or is it unfinished? Ours was finished, and when it flooded, and I tell you what, it was just and it just long ago. I'm almost glad I'm not a homeowner anymore. I actually am glad I'm not a homeowner anymore. I don't like taking care of them anymore. Okay, back to the pool story. Okay, 2 years ago, Mike's doing it. 2 years ago, well, it was 2 summers ago. It wasn't last summer, summer before, was my first summer here in this cabin. And I put up a 10 by 30 pool, kind of like the one I got now, only it was a different style. Well, not really different style, it's a different color. But anyway, I did not put it on the patio. I put it, tried to level out a spot. put sand there, put carpet under it so it was soft, all that stuff. Had a pump, got all the chemicals, all the stuff, and Rosie couldn't get in it because of the chemical. Number one, the chemical, she couldn't breathe it, and it would make her, that's not healthy for her, and she didn't like it at all. And so it was really hard for me to even use the pool without, leaving her in the house or something, which I don't do. And then by the time I would figure out the water and the, pH balance and, all that stuff, the water would be so warm in it that I'd have to drain it out and start all over. Now, I have a well, and the well water here is hard. It's got the white iron. I mean, it's not rusty, it's white. It's white from is that calcium buildup or whatever? And, it's the stuff that gets in and clogs your faucets up, and, it's the white hard stuff. Is that calcium buildup? Anyway, I hated the pool, and then it was never level. I could never get it level. And anyway, long story short, it was a lot of work. And then it punctured a hole in it. I kept trying to level it and, breaking my back and all that good stuff. Calcium, that's what I thought. And so, I thought, you know what, this year, since I'm staying home a couple months in the heat in Missouri, I thought, you know what, I'm going to get me another one of the pools. They're not that expensive. And this one was on sale. Didn't order the pump. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to dump it and put plain water in it when it gets too hot. So I filled it up on, when did I fill that up? Trying to remember. The 4th of July was Saturday. I filled it up Friday is when I filled it up. Yeah, Friday, the 3rd. And today I got in it I got in it without freezing today and laid out on my raft. So it took, and it was kind of slick on the bottom, but it's clean. I mean, the water's clean. I mean, I've got my skimmer, I still skim all the stuff off of it. But I think I'm just going to do that. Has anybody done that with a pool before? Because I could find my old pump, and I don't want to put the chemicals in it, but I kind of don't want to fall on my ass either because it's really slick on the bottom. So I don't know, but it was fun laying on my raft. We have 2 air purifiers running, one up, one in the basement. We just wanted to be safe with Frankie. The bleach odor can kill. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So, Floss, was your basement finished? Was my question. Or was it unfinished and you just got to clean the concrete and, whatever was down there? Anyway, the problem with the water in the basements is you get mold, if you don't get it all bleached out and all that stuff. Good. Okay. Well, I've got some good news, and I'm going to talk to you about my e-trike. Now, the video came out on the e-trike, and you saw that I learned how to ride it, but we had the clicking sound, right? So it's fun. I'm going to like it. I am going to like it. It takes a lot of time to learn how to ride it, though. But I wanted to learn. I've been riding it in my yard, which is a heavy terrain. It's not real bad, but I kind of stay away from, I go with level. I got a little thing around the house. And anyway, so we have this clicking sound. So I send an email to the seller. It's, of course, I got it through Amazon because I want, if there's a problem like I had with my other one that I didn't get, basically unfinished, painted walls, and the squares on the floor. Well, that's half good, isn't it, Floss? Good deal. So, anyway, I sent them an email that there's a clicking sound, and they emailed me back and they said we need a video of it. So we made a video of it, which is in my um, video that I made, and sent it to them. And they did reply, and they said, "We think your chain you need to take a couple links out of the chain." So I said, "Okay." I said, "Now, how am I supposed to do that?" I said, "I'm a senior disabled woman. How am I supposed to take links out of this chain? This is brand new bike, you know?" And so then they emailed me back and they said, "Can you find a friend or a bike shop or somebody, and we will reimburse you, and you can pay them to fix it." So I took it to, Kirby's shop, and he worked on it today. And he did take out two links and put it back together. I think they suggested to take out four links on the chain. But anyway, he took it to his farm and his shop, and he wrote it all over the farm after he did that, and we think we got it fixed. He did hear it again when he's got a really hill that goes like it's a roller coaster to get to get down and up out of his farm and down into his farm. And it's a nightmare sometimes. It really is. But anyway, and the climb, it started clicking when he put it in third to get up the hill. But it did get up the hill quite a way. So that's kind of good. They say these trikes are not, they're not really heavy terrain and all that. Well, the power, I barely even twist that throttle, and that bike is gone. I mean, I can't even imagine getting it on pavement. Just Oh, I figured you'd be in here. Kirby goes, "I don't know if I'm going to be on there tonight. Under normal conditions, it will be fine. Howdy, y'all." Hi, Surfing Dodo. How you doing? Anyway, so I'm excited. So now what I need is, well, okay, another thing we did before he took it to the farm, I've got that. We installed that bike carrier. Yes. Yeah, that's true, Margaret. It is good that the company is responding. I'm really very happy, much more happier than I was. The other one was like Q Life or something. Anyway, okay, so before he loaded it up in his little truck to take it to the farm, we kind of got it on the ramp because the ramp's in the little shed out here. And you know what? It will. And then you got to put the ramp door up, and if you unhooked the front tire, where it folds, the whole bike will fit on that ramp, which is cool. But I would rather not mess with that. So we could also extend the ramp and have the wheel. Kirby's a welder, so we're thinking about revamping that ramp to where it's just a little bit longer, so the whole bike will fit on there and not having to take it, fold it. Wondering Wild Ride. Hi there. Welcome to our chat. And so anyway, it's gonna all work. I'm so excited. So now what I want to get though, I gotta get a chain lock. I need to get the basket on the front. It's not good enough for Rosie. So I got to find a new basket to put on the front for her to ride in. And I'm excited about doing that. So anyway, that's good news. I'm excited about my e-trike, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope that I can never crash on it. I think I got it down though. There's a lot of people. I joined a group on Facebook. You know, I'm all about joining groups. You know that, and the Facebook group has had this same problem. A lot of people have had the same problem with the clicking noise. You know, right out of the wax. So um, I think I don't know. You know, they're made in China, so you know I don't know. So the trike's good. So we are gonna go. Let's see. Um, everybody saying hi. Hi, everybody. So I got to float in my pool, and I got my bike is gonna work. So I've had a pretty good day. I'm about to move back into Van Halen. Are you talking to me, Ray? 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 Is it Ray? It's Ray, right? Oh, Dale, I'm so happy. I'm not doing another meetup until October. The birthday bash at Alley Spring, Loop 600. That's my next meetup. Too hot right now. And July and August. Next up in August, I'm going to Colorado and been praying for rain out there. They're getting some, so I'm hoping these fires get put out. Um, you need to come to the birthday bash. It's going to be fun. Um, Now, what I am doing for the one that you were at, the one in Arkansas, really wanting to do one, and it's going to be next, probably the end of March, 1st of April. It's going to be a little bit earlier because I want to see spring and bloom down there, and I keep missing it. I'm too late. And I'm wanting to do one. I found a spot that I like, a campground that I like around Eureka Springs. And um, they're not, the campground is not released yet. They won't release, until 6 months in advance. And it's very hard to get into this campsite. So I've got my alarm set on my calendar for when they become available. And I'm going to try and get the sites, and I'm going to let everybody know to get in there. It's kind of like Fillmore Creek, it was hard to get the sites. So, and we can double up. They're really, really pretty sites, and they're right on the lake. So, I hope I can get them. If not, I'm going to try to find some other place, but that's what I'm rooting for. And that will be around Eureka Springs in Arkansas. And it will be my next spring meetup in Arkansas. It will be probably the end of March, 1st of April is where I'm going to do that one. And that will be my spring meetup. And then, of course, I'm going to try and do Mother's Day again at Table Rock. And who knows? The meetup in January is we're going to do a caravan to Quartzsite. So if you want to go to Quartzsite, it's in the making. I have started working on some maps, maybe, or not maps, but stops. Yeah, Floss, you need to go to that one because this place. I think you can get cabins too if you don't want to camp. So cute. I was playing with Google Maps and places to stay along the way. Now, see, like this is going to be in January, so the way there it's going to be cold, where we might need electricity to run heaters. Yeah, no, I'm the same way, Floss. Anytime I text anything, I'm constantly having to fix it. But and I really want to talk to Johnny. I told her I wanted to know her route because she leaves from Missouri too. So I'll probably talk to her um in the September meetup when we're down there and really find out where she stays. But what I found on my research, I thought a good meetup place, because I think, and Snoopy's not in here yet. Um, she wants to go, but she's going to be, see, I forgot, she's going to already be in Texas for Christmas. And so probably could meet her along the way somewhere. But anybody else that's going to want to go from Missouri, I thought about staying at Roaring River State Park down almost to the line there because it's pretty cheap for one night and just to have electricity in case it's so cold we need to run our electric heaters. And then, well, you are going to Johnny's, aren't you, Margaret? You said you're going to, well, I will see you also in October. So we'll talk about it then. Um, you're gonna be all right. That'll be cool. Yay, Surf and Dodo. Where does everybody go? Where does everybody stay at the Q? I've been watching the Q YouTube channel. I mean not YouTube channel, but YouTube videos about camping at the Q and all that stuff. And I've never been there, and it's so big. And I asked uh, no, well, I asked Johnny. Johnny still hasn't. Plumosa Road. Okay. And that's where everybody goes, Plumosa Road. Now, is that like, they kept saying Plumosa South, North, that type thing. Is there a north, south? They were talking about there's the south campgrounds, the north campgrounds. The first one you pulled into on this one video was the south, Plumosa South. Anyway, I know that there will be a great big group of butterflies too that we could camp with. And I'm kind of, I never thought I'd want to do the desert thing, but I'm kind of wanting to go just to meet the people. The name of Plumosa Road. You don't have messaging on Facebook. Um, you can message me through Campfiregirls on YouTube. You can send me messages there. And no, I do not have your phone number. Well, I would like to do the quiet thing too. But I also want to be able to, I can't walk that much, but I do have my trike now. But it just depends. It just depends on the weather. I don't want to really have to drive that far, or does everybody drive to get to the RTR? How does that work? How's that work, hon? Kind of curious about that. That's why I just want to sit and talk. Oh, talk to Johnny and people that have been there. And you've been there. How many times you've been there? Um, but anyway, so I was thinking about, for me anyway, and coming down to Missouri, stopping at Roaring River State Park and then driving to, let's see, where was that at? Elk City. I didn't write the state. That would have been, well, that's what I want to do. I want to meet Bob Wells. Yeah, I can talk to Casey too. And I can talk, there's a lot of people you can talk to. I can talk to Debbie Jean. But I really do. I'd like to, because I don't, this may be my one and only time I go. I'm not a desert person. So are you wanting to go to the queue, Ray? You want to go to the queue with us? You don't like the blooming desert either. I love the mountains and the mountains and the views and the sunsets and the people. And I'd like to meet Bob Wells. Anything else? You just want to see Arizona? Anything? Good for you, Dale. You're such a sweetheart. So you've been sick, huh? You've been sick? You have a cold? A lot of people have been a little down in the weather. I went to the worst dentist appointment yesterday I've ever. Well, I'm not gonna say ever, but it was just a waste of my time. 3.5 hours of wasted time in a dentist's office. It was terrible. And my insurance changed. And I used to have the best dentist, and I could take Rosie in with me, and she'd sit on my lap while they cleaned my teeth. I loved it. And then they switched my insurance um, in January, and I go every 6 months to get my teeth cleaned. So I've been trying to find a new dentist, and oh, this was a nightmare. You can wear your cowboy boots. You can wear your cowboy hat. I'm gonna. So it's supposed to be Surf Dodo. Is it really, really windy and really, really cold at night and really, really dusty and all that? Everything they say, is it just, yes, we will be jamming to Rock and Dale. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll have a little guitar by then. I'll help her sing though. It can get really windy. That's what I thought. That's what I heard. It gets really windy here. I just went through a storm. That's what I was telling everybody. Yes, Dale can play. Yes, she can. I'm real excited to see her again. Come Johnny's. Come Johnny's. We were talking about that meetup last night on Johnny's. Yeah, beautiful sunsets. I'm hoping it's good weather. Yeah, very dusty and super windy. Yeah. Well, we don't have to worry about having our vans washed up, right? We can look at it the good way. I have a 12-volt. Um, I do have a 12-volt heating blanket for my van, and I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of power when I go. So I'm going to get me another little heater. The heater I have now, that I've been using, I don't use it on my power stations. It's very, very, very old, but it's a ceramic heater, and it's too hot for Van Halen. So I've been looking at the new ones, and they do have little 12-volt ones too. But I'm just gonna get a little one, and then I'll have my 12-volt warming blanket, and I think we'll be fine. And I'm gonna have lots of power. There's gonna be, got solar. It would be nice to get a charger by then. I don't know if I will though. The DC, charger, just in case we don't have any solar. That can happen. Um, But it'll be fun. It'll be a blast. I mean, I think that now how long yeah, I was on when I was breaking this down, I was driving 4 to 5 hours a day. I don't like doing more than that. 5 to 6 is probably my limit. And my legs need to get out, get them up because they're hanging down and they hurt when I do that. So, but it was already going to take one, two, three, about 4 days at least to get there. 4 to 5 days from here. Is that about right? Anybody know? And I know, Dale, it's going to take you at least a week, right? And you're going to find somebody to hook up with from there and drive down, and then we're going to meet up. Is that how you're going to do it? It'd be nice to be able to see if we could meet, along the drive. 40 hours without stopping. Oh shit. Oh my god. Well, that's double mine because mine's about 21. So, if you take 21 and you divide it by, even if you divide it by 6 hours a day driving, or minimum. Well, I've got Rosie, so she'll have to stop and go potty, and I will too, and get gas. Gas potty, gas potty. That's all you do when you're driving like that. I think we did that when we went to Florida. We drove 6 hours the first day. Um, and then the rest were 4 hours, I think. Except for that last day. Oh my gosh, we got caught in a really bad storm. Oh gosh, it took a 2 hour drive, ended up taking the whole day. It was terrible. It was terrible. Oh, you want to get it for the Tonkin? Can you reach it? Let me get her water. You're reaching, weren't you? Go. There's the water. There her is. There's Rosie. Rosie, say hi to everybody. Say hi. So anyway, yeah, I like to get it planned out to where I've got a plan and then it can always change. I don't care. Well, I can drive far. Um, Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico. It's amazing. Is it along the way? I'm gonna write that down. Cause yeah, there's I've never been there. See, I'm gonna get 2 new states on my my states board. So I've never been to New Mexico. I've been real close. Down at Cortez, Colorado. I mean, you can see it. Mesa Verde. So you're saying Carlsbad Cavern. Okay. Because yeah, the trip, you want to make it an adventure too. And that's in New Mexico. We're at New Mexico. Do you remember? I can Google it. No big deal. So you think you might go, Floss? 24 for you. It's 22 for me. So that sounds about right. Or 21 for me. We're not that far away from each other, are we, Ray? I didn't think we were. Aren't you in Mississippi? Or am I wrong? You're not going to go? Or you are going to go? You're not doing 24-hour drive. I've done straight through to Colorado and back several times. Several times. Back when I used to live out there. I'd drive all the way back to Missouri. And that was a good, that's with stopping everything, you're looking at 9, 10 hours to Denver. So that's not too bad. Well, you could meet me. Um, we can meet up either in Oklahoma or Arkansas. This Roaring State River State Park is right on the corner of Arkansas, Oklahoma, right in there. So I thought that would be a good drive to get down. But I was thinking of Snoopy, and she's not on here because she told me, I think, that she plans on already being in Texas for Christmas. Yeah. Well, it's doable, Floss. It's doable if you want to go. Think about it. We don't know, we're hoping that the gas is going down. I hope it goes down a lot more. Good. Well, let's plan that then. Um, I'm excited about it. I just that's why I'm not doing a whole lot of right now. And I already, I'm going to Johnny's. I'm having my birthday bash in Arkansas. Oh, I am going to go to also, I'm going to with Margaret. We're going to go to the Merrimack meetup in Missouri. Merrimack Spring Park, not State Park. There's a difference. I've been to the state park, not impressed. That's where the raccoons got into my food, everything. I mean, they got into everything. Hate them things. And won't go back there. Didn't impress me much. And then I like the Merrimack River. Don't get me wrong, but the park, unless you're floating on the river, you can't even see it by the campsite. You can't even see the river. So it didn't impress me. Mississippi, when I was driving through, and I don't, I was not impressed with Mississippi. Now, Alabama, it was so funny because right when you went from Mississippi to Alabama, big change. And it was so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like Alabama. Yeah, I want to go back to Tennessee too. I want to go. I've been to Nashville. I'd like to go back. I've got this little thing over here though, and I don't get to do a lot because of her, which is fine because she's worth it. Don't get me wrong, but I like Alabama a lot, and I got to get Louisiana. It's a state that I got to get on my states board. So what I would like to do, and Margaret and I've talked about it, was there's a beach that I want to go to in Louisiana, and it's free to camp on the beach, Rutherford Beach, Louisiana, and I want to do a meetup there, and Margaret and I can meet at the beach. She can come from Florida, and I'll come from Missouri, and we'll just have a meetup. Yeah, there's a link. There's a link of my stickers and everything. There's a link in my channel with Amazon. If you follow that link, please, I can do that. And um, I might get a little credit. I need to get 3 people to use those links in 180 days to stay one. So look at the link. It's in my description of my channel. There you'll find all my links, and it's of all the things that I use for camping and my van and stuff like that. But there is a link to my states, and then the board is just a cutting board. I got it from Walmart, so you don't have to use a cutting board. I just thought it was the perfect size. The sticker, because the United States comes as one big sticker, and you put it on a board, or you can put it on a wall. You can put it anywhere it'll stick. And then the stickers come separate and you peel them off individually. So it's on my headboard now in my van, if you saw my video of my rebuild. And I'm so excited because now I get to actually look at it. I'm like, oh, I want to go here. I want to go here. It's exciting. But yeah, Tennessee, Mississippi, I love Arkansas. And the thing is it's not far from me. You and that skateboard. I love my skateboard. I mean, everybody else that I know that has the States, they have them on their great big van, and I don't have a great big van. So I had to make a board. I don't have any walls at all in my van. And it's like, it was so funny because I got in there and I'm moving stuff back in. And I've got this one little card that Susie painted a butterfly on it for me and then wrote inside of it. It was a handmade card and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful butterfly. Well, yeah. Anyway, it's really pretty. And inside it says, "Thank you for all you do," and blah blah blah. And it's Susie, and she's a cutie. She's my rock painter. She's painted me rocks. Well, she painted me a card. So I've got it kind of where it's like a little picture art on my wall, on my little bitty wall in my van. But I love the things that you know, I try to keep the things that I get at meetups from some members. Yes, and Margaret, we can do the Arkansas. You got to come to my spring meetup next year in Arkansas. You're gonna love it. And if you've never been to Eureka Springs, oh honey, it is such a cool place. It's fun. And the campground I'm looking at, and I don't know if we can get it. I'm trying real hard, but I think Eureka Springs would be a fun getaway if the girls want to go. They love to go shopping, and it's excellent for shopping. It's just a really really cool place to go to. Yeah, and as soon I can't post it until I get a site, until they're open. So, because I may get in there and they may all be booked. And I may have to find another spot. I just, that happened to me. I don't like that where they're not open year round. It's really hard to get them. I forever was trying to get one up in Leadville at Molly Brown on Turquoise Lake. And there's this one site that I really, really like. It's right by the lake. And I waited for it and waited and waited, waited. And I'm on the alert list, and I never have been alerted for that site. There was another one. I did reserve it, and Kirby and I found some really cool dispersed camping. So we didn't even go to Molly Brown. I just canceled the reservation. I didn't want to go because it wasn't right on the water. North Dakota. See, I haven't been there either, Margaret. I've been to South Dakota. My oldest sister lived there years ago. I went up there when I was 19 and drove myself and took my niece, that's 2 years younger than me, took her back from here, Missouri, to up there. She came back here for the summer, and I had to get her back to go to school. And oh man, I fell in love with South Dakota. It's beautiful. Went to Mount Rushmore, all that stuff. thought I lived in Arkansas. I do not live in Arkansas. I live in Missouri. I live in up by Jefferson City, Missouri. Thanks for coming in, Surf Dodo. Thank you for all your help too. We'll be talking to you. You're going to Johnny's, right? We'll see you there. Quigley's Castle, yeah. Kirby, you leaving? Okay, we'll see you there, and we'll talk about the queue when we're there. I'm so glad you joined us tonight. Uh, yeah, let's. I'm 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 anxious to get that states board going. So this will be fun. I'll get 2 states going to the queue. Yeah, and New Mexico, I've always wanted to go to, and Arizona too. So, but I don't know. I haven't never thought of me as a desert person. I'm a mountain person. I've always been a mountain person. That's where I was born in Colorado. So, I love the mountains, and I'm not much of the desert, but I hear it's beautiful in its own certain way. So we shall see. We shall see, right? You're just listening, Kirby. Well, that's okay. I know we've had kind of a rough day today. We had a friend of ours passed away in an accident, sudden accident yesterday, and anyway, he was riding his side by side, and it flipped over and got him. So it's been kind of a rough day for Kirby and me. I feel bad about it. Of course, you feel bad. Anyway, I know, and I want to see. I would rather go to their mountains, and I've seen Arizona. Because I've watched um, Adventuring with Amanda. She's the first YouTuber I think I watched on the Dodge Grand Caravan rebuild or no builds. And so I've watched her for a long, long time. And she's always in these really pretty campsites, and she's in the mountains in Arizona. Thank you, Floss. Yeah, it's a kind of a really bad deal. Really bad deal. He was a really, really nice guy. He was actually our landlord at one time, and that's how we met him. Anyway, um, yeah, pretty bad deal. Kirby's waiting for hand him a fireball whiskey and a clamato. He cheered to you, Floss, in my video. I don't know if you could hear him, but is when we were building out Van Halen this last time. And he goes, "It's clamato time." And he did a toast to you. And I said, "Into tea." And he goes, "Into tea." She's not in here tonight. I'm missing her. Um, oh yeah. I can't wait to get up where you're at, Dale. Oh my goodness. Um, there's one lady, what's her name? She's a butterfly. She's up in Maine now and posting all these pictures. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Yes. Thank you, Kirby. Oh, yeah. See, and that's on my states board. Is all I've got a lot of places to go, and I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to divide it up into like 4 different trips, 4 different long trips. Got to go, but glad to connect. Ask Dory for my number. I will. Do you want my number? Oh, I can't give it to you right now. Never mind. Yes, a lot of them are in Maine right now. And I think where's Lulu having her meetups in New Hampshire? Sandy and Blue live in Maine. I would love to go to Maine. I really would. That's down the road. That's down the road. One of these days. That's a long trip. And I think my first one I really want to do is the one I've always wanted to do. And it's the top of my bucket. And um it's what is it, Highway 101? Is that what drives up the West Coast? From I want to go see the big trees in California all the way up the coast to Washington. I want to do that trip so bad. And that's the one I really, really want to do. And then I'm gonna have to probably go across, you know, the top of the United States. But what would really be cool is to do that and then go on into Alaska and drive to Alaska because I got to get that state too. Bye, Kirby. Get some sleep. Um, well, they should have. Well, I keep saying they should have a meetup. You know them. They go to the Bradbury meetups. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to check it out one of these times. And it's like I want to go to the meetup, but I also want to go see. Well, I did that last year, I guess, when I went to Florida. So if I go to a meetup, I'm going to have to do more than just the meetup because I don't want to drive that far. And it's kind of like Dale, you coming down here or coming down, going to Arizona. Well, same with me. There's places I want to see besides the queue. So it'd be nice to plan it, to be at the queue at what certain time is the best time to go to the queue? Is it, to see the RTR, the WRTR? Um, you know, that's what you kind of want to plan the trip around, don't you? Or I do. California coast. I want to do a volcano tour. You want to visit all the West Coast volcanoes? Boy, okay. I tell you what, when I went to Costa Rica, you talk about volcanoes. Oh, you'd think I could remember the name of this volcano. Went up there every year. Anyway, it's a live volcano and it's really cool. And you can see the magma coming out of it, trickling just, slightly, the red lava. Call it magma. And the what was really cool is the spas. All the water was heated from that volcano. And I mean, you would start like at the top of the spas, and they're all outside with these pools and waterfalls and bars in the pools. And oh man, they're nice, 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 nice. So you always had to go to the spas. And I mean, that water coming from the mountain was hot, very hot. I mean, it was so hot, I usually did not start at the very hottest one because it was just too hot. And then you could work your way down to the pool through the pools. It was so much fun. I loved. Now that's a volcano. And one night it was really screwing and um pulled over on the highway because we was driving back to the condo on the beach and just sat there and watched it forever. It was kind of scary. Yeah, it was magma was coming out. Yeah. Yeah. No, and I don't, I prefer not to do interstates unless you have to. Now, the route I took to Florida last year was awesome, and it was, except for the last one where I had to get to in Florida, it was, I think it was I-75. Is that it? I-75, I think 75 or something was the last road we got on to get to the meetup, and it was pouring down rain. It was like a 8-lane highway. 75. Yeah, it was 75, pouring down rain, and people were creeping. You couldn't even see. and people were creeping about 20 miles per hour. A 2 hour drive, the end of our day ended up taking 6 hours or something. I mean, it was terrible. And then it even got dark. I mean, it was just like, oh my God, white knuckle, I'm glad to get that day over. You want to do a lot of people want to do that. Now, aren't we on the way down there? Um, don't we do a little Route 66? Where did I see that when I was looking at maps yesterday? I think we get on Route 66. It's Route 66 and 40 to go into in Arizona, maybe. I think so. I think we get to do a little bit of Route 66. I'm gonna have to look that up. See, there's all these questions. This is all new. Yeah, I think you do. I seen it. I seen it on the thing anyway. And you know what? We're not also in Arizona. You're not too far from Winslow, Arizona. I'd like to do that just to do it. Got to go to Winslow, Arizona. There's a song about that. So anyway, that will be fun. You're weird like that, Dale? Yeah, you are weird like that. You stood on the corner. That's what I want to do. I want to stand on the corner. Standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona is such a fine sight to see. Anyway, we'll sing that one, Dale. We'll stand on it and sing. How'd that be? We'll do a video. That'd be fun. Yep. In Windsor, Arizona, it's Winslow. Winslow, Arizona. Isn't it? Come on, tell me I'm right. Anyway, so big trip to plan. Anybody has suggestions? Yep, and get a big time copyright strike. No kidding. Oh, you think if we're singing it, we'd get a copyright strike? Surely not. We can change some words to where it's not the same. Thank you. It is Winslow. I thought so. Anyway, boy, you never know. I mean, I could have been really wrong, but I didn't think so. Oh, yeah. I love the Eagles, though. Favorite, one of my favorites. Yeah. So I don't know. Lots to think about, lots to talk about when we meet up at Johnny's. And hopefully, so that's September. Kind of got to get the plan together, while we're there. At least, where we're going to meet up would be, now as far as, what we decide to do, that's a whole different story. But the time, meeting up, all that stuff. Yeah, I bet. I bet they are. Well, that's why nobody, I don't know. They're a good band. I like the Eagles. Um, there's a lot of good bands though, but they're legends. I'm gonna hold you to that, Floss. Oh, honey, you're so funny. Oh, we gotta hold her to that. That would be so cool. Oh, you're funny. Okay. So, okay, we talked about your vehicle before. So you either got to get a van or fix up a car to go on this trip. Is that what you say? You got a Jeep, isn't that right? Don't you have a Jeep or something? Isn't that what you said you had? A SUV Jeep? I could be wrong. Thought you had a Jeep for some reason. You need to work on that. Need to work on that. It'd be nice if you could go with us. That would be fun. Um, I'm kind of looking forward to it. So, um, this meetup we're going to, Margaret, in October. Do we know? Oh, it's a long ways away. It don't matter. I was just wondering. She said something like, "Get your brooms ready." So I'm like, "Are we going to have to bring a broom, or what's going on with that?" I mean, I could probably find a costume. Yeah. I mean, I'm all about getting spooky, and I hear there might be something spooky down there going on. I'm gonna have to look. They have a Halloween something. Now, I also told Joni Peters, Echo Bluff, where she hosts down there. It's not too far from Alley Springs. Um, told her I'd like to go down there on Halloween, so that would be like the next night from um, Merrimack, because it's so cool. They decorate it up really neat, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. Don't know. Oh, well, that an HHR, that'd work, wouldn't it? There you are. Hi, honey. I was talking about you. Were your ears burning? We're talking about quartzite. Um, I was trying to get a I was trying to get a I was looking at maps and stuff yesterday. They were burning. I I love your van, by the way. Midnight Rider. Love that van. It's beautiful. It's a nice van. I like it. Very nice. Very nice. You said you were going to be in Texas during Christmas. Is that correct? You love it so far too. Good. I think it's a oh, I love the outside of it. Oh, it's gorgeous. Man. Mm, pretty van. Um so if you're in Texas already, we're probably going to have to figure out where we'd meet up, is what I was thinking. Because I started out, oh no. Are you still going to be able to go to Quartzsite? Let's see, 6 weeks. You're having the surgery July 22nd, right? July July 22nd? Is that when you're having your surgery? Okay. So in at least 6 weeks for recovery. At least. So that would be 8, 9. Oh yeah, you'll be. Yeah, I was gonna say it will work fine, Floss. You're off until right at Johnny's meetup time. Okay. Well, we'll talk about it down there. I think we're gonna have to get it put together at Johnny's. But I just kind of started looking at the maps and stuff yesterday. And I thought my first stop would be probably at Roaring State Park, and maybe we could meet there. Since you're like up by Kansas City, but you may be going the whole other way. But Roaring State Park is right you know, it's right down there by, you're either right on the Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma line. So we might just do that. We might just meet there at Roaring River State Park for one night, share a site, and it's not that expensive. It'd be like $6 a piece for the night, and we'd have electric for heating if we needed it. Okay. Well, that's what we will do, and because that would be a good spot to meet up for anybody leaving from Missouri, or if anybody's coming through Missouri, and we could meet at Roaring River State Park, and that would be at it's almost like Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri border, and it's a state park. It's open. It has electricity if we need our heaters, and it, I think, split with two people. It was going to be cheap. So Max going to be at Johnny's meetup. Max. Okay. I'm confused. Who's Max? Who am I not remembering as Max? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about. I just didn't remember the name. Your dog. Your dog? Oh, okay. Max is your dog. Aw. So how come Max isn't coming? Okay. Which one was Max? Do I remember Max? Rosie will be there, of course. You just can't leave, can you, Kirby? You're not going to be there? How come you're not going to be there? I guess it's none of my business. A lot of people can't go. Um, you're working on your van. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping my next project is going to be forecourt site travel or long travel. And that is going to be water on my roof for showers and for extra water. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited about that. Wandering van. Um, so next project, of course, is the revamp of the e-trike carrier, and so I can carry the trike. So that's next project, and then after that, somewhere along the line, we gotta start getting the camper ready because we're going to be using it a lot, and then and then yeah, there you are. I was wondering where you were, T. And I'm on here late, so you're lucky I hung around. I hung around so you could say hi. There she is. Oh, that's right. You're going to Texas, get your niece and nephew. That's cool. You be careful. Don't you be doing this and driving. You be safe. You be safe down there. Oh, I love Louisiana. I need to go in that state. Her ears were burning too. Yes, they were, Floss. And I knew she said she was gonna be going to Texas. Yeah. Too much talent driving and living. Yeah, there you go, girl. So you driving Van Gogh? You're probably not driving Van Gogh, are you? I bet she's not driving Van Gogh. I'm ready to see Van Gogh. I get to do a tour on at Johnny's. I'll be the third one doing a tour, but it'll be okay. I don't care. So is it two nieces, not a nephew? I kept thinking niece and nephew. You wouldn't put him in the dog crate. Hey, the dog crate's pretty nice. Oh my goodness. Two girls, 1 3 and 1 9. Oh, how much fun is that gonna be? So the 9-year-old will be sassy and the 3-year-old will be a baby. Yeah, it's gonna be cute. Post some pictures. Let me see some pictures of your kids. Gotta love the kids. Yeah. Gotta love the babies. Um, oh my gosh. Yeah. Have fun. Be safe. Be safe, T. Keep us posted. Um, we're all talking about quartzite. So I want to make sure that oh, there's a really cool lake too in New Mexico that we could camp at. Hold that up. So I'm just researching. I love to get I love to look for places to go. It's my thing. And I think it's because I know you're still debating, but it's going to be a really fun trip. Um I think it's because when I was a kid, we always traveled back and forth from Colorado to Missouri because my older siblings and nieces, nephews, all that lived out here. And so we came back every summer and I loved getting ready to go and looking at the atlas, what town's coming up next, just all that stuff. I've always loved it. You're very busy. Pray for you. Yes. You need to you need to slow down. I see you changed your logo. It looks really good. I love it. I'm gonna have you make me a new one too here after bit. But I hate to because I love the old one and it's what's on all my stuff. I don't want to redo all my stuff. Okay, guys. Oh, Louisiana. You're almost to Texas. You'll be there before you know it. Be careful. Maybe let's just plan on meeting up at State Park for the beginning of this and we'll talk about it at Johnny's. Yep, everybody hit the like button. It is 9:15. It's probably time to get off of here. Um, thank y'all for coming in and giving me some really good ideas. If you guys think of start looking at places in New Mexico and road, how to get the best way to go. Talk to people that have been there. Thank you, Snoopy. And it's all in the works. It's all just a plan. I mean, everybody can, you know, do their own thing and just, if they want to go see something another person doesn't, that's no big deal. We just need to have a time limit on, when we're leaving and how long we're going to stay somewhere and that type thing. That's all. If we want to be together. You be careful, T. Okay? I want to see pictures of the babies. Dale, you take care of yourself. Get feeling better. Floss, I hope your basement gets dry. Thanks for coming in, Wandering Wild Ride. Good to see ya. All right. Peace out, guys. I love every one of you.